Join the Rotary Club of Neepawa for Rotary Presents, a twice-monthly presentation and Q&A with a different guest about topics at the heart of Neepawa.
Thanks, President Ron. It was my turn this week to find a guest, and we have a new rec director that hasn't performed before us. So, and I warned her about the NECTV, and I warned her about the Neepawa banner, and so that she's going to speak appropriately. But she's going to talk a bit about herself, rather than me trying to get it extracted from her and then regurgitate to you. I'm going to let her do it right from the horse's mouth, as to say. And I want to introduce Cassandra Groen, who is our Town of Neepawa Recreational Director.
Thank you. All right, so as he said, I'm Cassandra Groen. I grew up in Winnipeg. I went to University of Manitoba for recreation management, community development. And then following that, I went to Harvard University for organizational leadership. And then now I'm in UBC doing a master's degree of urban forestry leadership, hopefully helping us build sustainable parks and trails. So that's a little bit of my educational background. I'm a big sports recreation person. I love to read. I also love to play hockey and coach hockey. Being part of the community is just really important to me, so I love being involved as much as I can. So, as for in the town, what we've got going on this year. So I don't know if you've seen, it's on the Neepawa Recreation website, but also on our Facebook page. We built a Neepawa Winter Program Guide. And so this is from the months January to March. And it has everyone's programs throughout the town that we got sent to us from organizations. So there'll be all organizations like Arts Forward, Neepawa Curling Club, the Titans, Hand, Rhythm Cycle, the library, Kaleidoscope. You can find everything all in one place. This initiative was to help families plan ahead of time for their recreation rather than signing up as things pop up, and to make sure that everyone can find the things happening in town to help people participate. It can be really hard on families that are low income to be able to just guess when recreation is going to come out and say no to something but then miss their opportunity. So that's one of our initiatives recently. The next one is called our Silver Club Initiative. You'll see a flyer kind of like this around town. I posted them at any care home, there's the senior living, any apartments. I've tried to post it as much as I can around, not just on social media for people to see. This initiative, we partnered with Arts Forward, Hand, Handyvan, and Age Friendly Manitoba provided us with a grant to do so. We were a milestone community, so this grant also brought us to be a age-friendly community for Manitoba. So now we have that status. You'll find us on the map, so that's an exciting step for Neepawa. This initiative includes grocery trips once a month, so anyone, doesn't matter if you can't drive yourself, if you can drive yourself or if you can't, you can call and sign up to get a grocery trip. So Handyman will come pick you up, bring you to the grocery store. So we go to Safeway on Senior Day, and then they'll bring you home after. So that's once a month. You don't have to sign up for all of them. It can be each one individually. We also have 2025 activities. So once a month we'll have a therapeutic recreation-based activity. So whether that's bring and share pictures from your favorite vacation, which is helping people with reminiscence therapy, and it connects people, right? You bring them all in one group to be together. We also have a trip to Rocky Mountain National Park and a trip to McCreary, and yeah, everyone gets a ride there and to all the activities. So if we're here in Arts Forward running an activity, you can get a ride for free to the activity and home. And then finally, once a month, we also have social hours and dances. So that's like the old time dances, very similar. We'll have a meal and we'll dance, hang out with everyone. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory, but it goes the same where you can get a ride with the handy van for free if you would like to. So that's our Silver Club initiative. And then finally, we're just launching this one. It starts in February and it's called Dish and Dine. So I got a grant from Healthy Together Now, and we're working with Salvation Army Food Bank and Arts Forward to provide, it's like a cooking group. So you come, you cook together, we're using recipes made with foods that you'll find at the food bank, and then spicing it up a little bit. It's to be able to teach affordable is the word I was looking for, affordable food in a community environment, so bringing people together again. We are first opening up registrations to food bank users. If we don't fill the spaces with food bank users, we'll open it up to public. This is just to help with food security in the town, in the community. It's important to us, like food banks have hit their all-time high this past year. And it's important to us to recognize that and to help in any way we can. So this is our way of doing it in form of programming. So that's our other big initiative that we've launched. We'll obviously continue things like day camp in the summer, swimming, like swimming lessons, and babysitting course, first aid courses. We'll continue all of the same traditions, all of our events. So Winter Festival's coming up soon. And then Canada Day. I feel like there was one other event I'm missing, but there's also our Halloween event. We're always looking for volunteers, so if you guys ever want to volunteer in any way, we're happy to take you. Just give me a call or an email and I'll put you on the list, but that's kind of what we have going on. That's my speech. I don't know. That's it.
Good questions?
Yeah.
First question. I have seen the programming, whatever that is, online. Most people view it on their phone. It's tiny on the phone, right?
Yeah.
Now, is there plans to, as dates come up, like, this week, this is what's happening kind of thing, is there plan to do those social media posts so that, it's just a little bit closer to the event and a little larger font kind of thing, so you can see something that, this big on a screen is very hard.
Yeah, so we have been discussing doing a weekly post. We're trying to figure out how to make it so that everyone brings their events to us to be able to post it so that we're not missing anyone. But that is something that has been in discussion recently, so I hope that's a...
Okay, the follow-up to that then,
Sure.
So if, say, Glasgow is posting something, or our sport or anybody, can they message the town's site right now to say, hey, here's our event coming up?
Yeah, we definitely do courtesy posts is what we title it as, and if you send it to us, you send us your poster with all the information, we'll definitely make a courtesy post and post it for you.
Okay, I guess what I meant is directly on social media, like on Facebook or something. Does the town have the ability, can we message the town or is that blocked?
Yeah, you can message the town. We don't monitor it day to day.
Okay.
So if you're sending us something for the next day, we can't guarantee it'll be seen, but we do take a look at it every once in a while, yeah. Yeah.
What is the Facebook group? Is it just Town of Neepawa?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know the swimming pool has undergone some major changes with the slide, and was there not additional plans to change the parking lot and build a building? Is that still on the books?
It's still on the books. Part of the upgrades, I know that happened. I obviously wasn't there for that because I'm still new, but we're making steps there. We're not going to do one big, huge renovation. We're making all the little steps to get there. I do know that it's still coming. Like, it's not trashed or anything.
So there is a master plan that gives the layout, the footprint of what the end product will look like?
Yeah, there is a big master plan. It's on a big, huge billboard. Yeah, and I know that they were working towards getting there.
A lot of it was dependent on grants as well, because apparently we need to invest in roads and sidewalks.
Really?
Yeah.
More on a personal note, you said you grew up in Winnipeg. How was you found the transition from growing up in a big city to coming to a small town?
I actually love it. So I don't think the city life was for me, because as soon as I came out here, it's so calm, peaceful, everyone's so nice. I love living out here. Just the community is such a great community. Yeah, thanks for asking.
So I've noticed like a lot of the current projects within the last few months and certainly in the last year or two as well have really been partnerships between different organizations. So how important is that to the town's recreation department to collaborate with other community organizations?
I think it's huge. I think that the more we collaborate, the more we understand what the need is of the community. We have to talk to people to be able to understand what our community needs. So me collaborating with everyone, they're giving me their ideas, the feedback that they hear, and then we're all working together for our goal, which I think is huge. That's how you get places, right?
Can we look forward to you being a hockey coach one day in town?
I do hope so. I heard a rumor that there might be a all-female team next year, and I'm kind of gunning for that one.
So are you just a goalie coach, or do you coach because you play goalie?
Yeah, I did play goalie, so I coached in like organizations. I was a goalie coach specifically, but I have been a head coach for many teams. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, eager.
Yes, I don't know if the Lady Farmers are playing this year, but there was a lot that just had babies. They might be out for a year or two.
Yeah.
So one of the more imminent community activities is going to be the L'Oreal Day or the Winter Festival.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about what's coming up?
About that activity?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for that, we'll do our classic, the horse rides, like the sleigh rides. And then we'll have fireworks, we'll have a snowman building contest with an actual prize. So hopefully we have all the snowmen out there. And then, oh goodness, we'll have the open skating, an obstacle course. I think that's all that's solidified. We are looking for sponsors to be able to do it bigger. We did just get Co-op to be our first sponsor, and they're helping us with hot dogs and yeah, all the condiments. Pardon?
Is the yoga set up?
So no, but I'm hoping to do a polar bear yoga. So with Rhythm Cycle Club, I'm hoping that.
That's in open water.
So it'll be all in your snow gear, and you're gonna do yoga in the snow. So
You just ruled out 3/4 of this room.
it'll be fun. Yeah.
So what have been your biggest challenges so far since coming into this job last year?
I think coming into any job, one of the hardest things is just trying to continue what the person before was doing. So you have to learn what they were doing and then try to continue. That way projects don't get dropped. Just learning all the things. Nicole was great at what she did, and she brought a lot of things to the community, so I want to make sure that I'm continuing all of those things. So I think that was one of my biggest things, was trying to find all of those things and make sure that they were going to continue.
And with all of that, does it make it harder to put your stamp on it?
Not really. I think that this Dish and Dine and the Silver Club initiative, I think that those are kind of my stamps already. I'm, like I said, very community based. I want to make sure that we're helping what the community needs. So I think I've already kind of made a little bit of a stamp. So yeah.
A number of towns have had a recreation committee in the past, maybe now too. Do you have a committee you work with, or you yourself just reach out to existing organizations?
So we do have like a council committee. It's called the Red Committee. So that one has like 2 counselors, and then our our CAO and our ACAO, and then myself and our EDO. So we always get together to make sure we're coming up with ideas and that making sure we're all in line together. But I often just reach out to a lot of organizations to collaborate. We don't have like a big recreation committee. I think a lot of us have a lot on our plates, and adding an extra committee might be an extra lot. So maybe that's something we can look forward to later on and combine with like the RMs and make sure we're all collaborating. But that's down the road, hopefully. Yeah.
Hi, I'm involved with the Yellowhead Center.
Oh, yeah.
And I know we, I won't say struggle, but we are trying to focus on ways to engage our Filipino community. Is that a similar situation at the town level? And if so, have you gotten some initiatives that are coming forward?
Yeah, so I don't have any current initiatives specifically for Filipino newcomers. We do have like people that go and like introduce the town and teach them about everything that goes on in the town. I'm hoping the program guide helps to also, when they come into town, to be able to say, here you go, like these are all the things happening in the next few months. You can go meet people, enjoy recreation, because that's what makes people love the community, right, is the things happening in town. That being said, we are very conscious when we are planning events and activities of like, how are we going to be inclusive to everyone? I do know one of the initiatives I want to start this year is running an event that is a multicultural event. So it would be like around the world foods. So each community gets to make a food. Each community gets to make a food and bring stuff from their hometown. And then this past Christmas event, I had the Filipino baking sale. So they brought all their Filipino bakings. They actually sold, like they sold out. And they all brought like totes of baking. So that was really good. But yeah, so we do make a big conscious decision when planning events and programs to make sure that everyone's included.
Okay. No more questions. Thank you very much for your presentation. I enjoyed the actual question from Dave. I sat on the Recreation Commission for many years, and we had a Recreation Commission in this community for probably 40 years. I was a little disappointed when it dissolved, because back in the day when we had a Recreation Commission, we had members of each municipality and representatives from the Town of Neepawa, and I think it was a valuable resource to the rec director. You talked about getting ideas and all that sort of thing. That's what that rec commission did back then, and helped out, took some of the stuff off your plate.
Right.
So that you didn't have quite so many things to do. And I'd like to see a rec commission come back. I think it would be a valuable resource in our community and something that would work well. But thank you very much. Recreation is a very important part of our community, and it attracts people to come to our community. It's part of the whole education, healthcare, recreation is very important. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.